It happens a lot. It happens a lot on the, especially the design of characters that they go, no, no, the eyes should be bigger, the eyes should be smaller, you know. And then they go and, oh, let's change this, change that. I remember that when we were, of course, like 10 years ago, it was way harder to accommodate changes, model changes. It was really hard. Nowadays, it's way easier. So I remember when we were doing Shrek 2 and I was rigging Prince Charming's face, and I had to redo it 4 times. It was a huge deal. But after 4 times, I was, okay, if they want to change it again, you know, I don't care anymore, I can do it. And after that, you know, on Shrek 3, we had the Artie character that it took us like 9 months of changes to get to the final model. And on that movie, I was like, you know, I got used to it. I've been vaccinated, you know. It's like, we keep changing. And the whole idea, I think, of the studio is that they want to have the creative people liberty to, you know, change their minds. And they ask us to be flexible and to be able to change the model, update the models really quickly. That's one of the requirements that we have nowadays. It's to be able to accommodate model changes. It is fun? No, it's not. But we do it, you know, sometimes it's like, okay, we should really change that model. But it happens a lot. And it's something that we actually, on our schedules, we put in, okay, it takes us this long to rig it. And we add a few weeks there for iterations. You know, model, if they decide to change, or animation suddenly start asking for different things than they asked before, we put it on that time too. So it is expected already. I think for us recently in the last few years, because we changed our rigging tool at DreamWorks, we got a new one, we had to relearn how to do everything. And it's just that the tool was completely different, and we had to change the way we did things. So, and we did like one character using that new rigging tool on Madagascar 2, on How to Train Your Dragon. All the dragons were done in the new tool, all the humans were done with the classic tool that we had. And Megamind was the first movie that all the characters were done using the new rig software. And for us it was that, you know, okay, everything is new, we have to train everybody. So that is it's something that is really good, that, you know, we keep advancing technology all the time, and we're doing it again. We're at DreamWorks, we're rewriting the animation tool, and by doing that, it means that we have to change the way we rig characters. So it's very interesting because we keep relearning things, but at the same time, changing the tools and having to learn everything while you're doing production, it's a big challenge. Yes, this tool that we started using it, I think, was 3 or 4 years ago, but, you know, in the less people, you know, it was more of a prototype thing, using it a little bit on one production, another, and but the whole thing, when we started on Megamind and everybody started using it, one of the reasons we had this tool is because before at DreamWorks we had, it's all proprietary software, but we have like one tool to put together the joints, one other tool to do the deformations. You know, everything was sort of separate, and it was basically a way to put everything on one platform together, that you could, you know, do the joints, do the deformations, and have the feedback. Because we were, in order to test what we did, we would have to go to the animation tool in order to see what we were doing. So we had that process that was very, you know, you do this, you do that, you see what you're doing, you go back here, you go back there to see what you're doing. So you have to go in and out of applications all the time. And now it's just one application that you actually can see what you're doing. That was like big, and it speed us up considerably, because it's way easier when you see what you're doing. And so, but that was just one little part. Now because they're rewriting the animation tool, that animation tool that we used to use, it's still being used on most of the shows that are being done at DreamWorks. We're still using the this technology. There's one movie using the new technology just to go through. That's how to Train Your Dragons 2. They're using the new technology on it, but in order to accommodate for the new animation tool, we have to change how we rate characters drastically. And I can tell you much because I haven't done it yet. I'm still on the old technology. And there's just, a group of people there just starting and using it to go through all the growing pains of the software. And as I keep saying, the beauty of proprietary software is it's absolutely tailored for what you want. And you can ask for things and you get it, but there's the pain of the proprietary software is that you're using it as it's being written. So there are bugs, there are all that beta or pre-beta version of the software that you have to go through. But there's a balance there, of course. The results that you get, it's absolutely tailored for what you want to do.